number 30, right? So for number 30, it says, given the function value at -5 is -4, and the function value at 5 is equal to 2, right? What do we need to do? How to determine the linear equation if we are given 2 points, right? So in this case, what are our 2 given points for such? So this one in here talks about what ordered pair? F of -5 is equal to -4. What ordered pair is that? What is your x and what is your y?
-5, -4.
Candle. -5 is your x and this one is your y. Very good. That is correct. Okay. What about for this? Okay. F of 5 is equal to 2. What ordered pair will that be? All right. Corey.
5, 2.
5, 2. Very good. Right. So this is 5, 2. Very good. That is correct. Okay. So what's our step 1 for such? Kayla, go ahead. Let's read.
Use m equals y2 over y1 x2 minus x1 to determine the slope.
Thank you, right? Also, you can use the right triangle rise over run for slope. But for this case, let's use the formula, right? So in this 2, which will be our x1, y1 and which will be our x2, y2? It doesn't really matter. Okay? So, but if I were you, I will choose my x1, y1 to be the what? The easier values, right? Which among these 2 is the easier values? When you say easier, we want it to be what? Lesser values and also non-negative, right? 5, 2. There we go, right? That's correct, right? So let's make this as our easier value, x1, y1, and let's make this as x2, y2. Okay, right? So let's use our formula. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. Let's go ahead and plug in the values. What are these? -4 minus 2 all over -5 minus 5. Okay, you can just plug it in your calculators and see what you will get from there. Okay, ready, guys? Okay, so plug it in your calculator as follows. Okay, so parenthesis, all right, -4 minus 2. Okay. And then divide it by, enclose the excess on parentheses as well. Again, this is minus, all right? This is the negative, by the way, at the bottom, right? -5, and then that's minus 5. Close it as well, right? Press enter. What answer did you get? Or 0.6, right? If you got a decimal in a TI-84, how are you gonna make it into fraction? Press math. That's the one below alpha, the green button, right? Number 1, it says frac, right? So that means it's gonna express the decimal answer into fractions. So press 1, again math, and then press 1. Press enter. It's gonna give you the fraction equivalent for such. Okay? And 3/5, very good, Angelina, that is correct. Or use your decimals calculator to express that one in fraction. Are we good? So again, we got what? 3/5. Okay, so check on step number 1. Step number 2, right? What do we do then? Step number 2. Robert, go ahead.
Choosing a given point as x1, y1.
Thank you, right? Again, the choosing of the point is definitely important because that's gonna make your solution easier or more challenging, right? So if I were you, I would choose my x1, y1 always to be what? The lesser value, better if there's a 0 in there, and also the lesser value and also non-negative, right? Okay. Because if you have options, definitely. Get it? Okay. Now with that being said, let's use our, okay, so that's our x1, y1 already, 5, 2, right? Step number 3. Stephanus.
Use point slope form of a line formula.
Thank you, right? Where's the point slope form? This one in here, right? Good. So let's use that one for such. What's that again in here? Point slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. Alright, so let's plug in the values in here. What's my m? 3/5, right? Thank you, that's correct. What's my x1 and y1? 5 and 2, right? Got it. Okay, so 5 for x1, 2 for y1. We good? Right? So I just plug it in here, the formula. By the way, there's no parentheses in here. That's it, right? Y minus 2, your y1. M is 3/5 from step number 1, the slope formula. And that will be what? X minus 5. Okay? Right? So once again, y minus y1 is equal to m, what we got, the slope, times parenthesis x minus x1. After that, what do we do then? Step number 4. Okay. K, go ahead.
Solve for y.
Solve for y. Okay. So in solving for y in here, what do we do first? We're going to distribute 3/5 to both x minus 5. Okay. So let's distribute this one in here. What's 3/5 times x? Just 3/5 x, right? Okay. And these two you can put in a calculator, right? What's 3/5 times -5 on your calculator? Or Desmos calculator, 3/5 times -5, right? -3, right? So verify that one. Very good, Michaela, right? And again, on the left side, y minus 2. But again, you just want that y. How to get rid of minus 2?
Add 2.
Add 2. Very good, Edward. So we plus 2. Both sides, there we go. Cancel this. Hence, we got what? Y is equal to 3/5 x. What's -3 plus 2? -1, right? Good, guys. Okay, so once again, y is equal to 3/5 x minus 1. Now, to increase our confidence of this answer slide, how do we know if that's the right answer, right? Let's read our step number 5, the last step. Rachel, go ahead.
Verify by graph.
Thank you. Let's verify by graphing it, right? So here's how we verify it by graphing. I'm gonna go ahead and go to our Desmos calculator. There we go. Put in our points. What are our points again a while ago? Parenthesis, -5, -4, right? That's the first given, right? Okay. And the other one is what? Parenthesis 5, 2, right? Okay. So again, those are our two given points, -5, -4, and 5, 2, right? Now let's see. What is our graph equation again? Y is equal to
3/5.
3/5, very good, right?
X.
X minus 1. Get it? So notice that the equation that we got, y equals 3/5 x minus 1 with slope 3/5 and y-intercept at -1, right? That's actually at -1, y-intercept. Good. Actually passes through those two given points. And what are those two given points? F of -5 is -4, and the other one, f of 5 is equal to 2. Get it? So again, the last step, verify